Hi, welcome back to CNC Tarot. This is Christina. Today is going to be a purely information video. I did mention that I would be doing a video that's a little bit more in depth for people to kind of understand some of the terminologies and ideas and things that I am using. So it may be a little bit of a longer video, so bear with me. Take what you can out of it. This is, like I said, purely informative regarding the moon signs, how to pull your birth chart, kind of understanding those aspects a little more. So I have 3 pages of notes that I've written for myself. So like I said, bear with me, and if you need it, great. I definitely would say take a pen and paper out and take your own notes so that you can go back and kind of reflect on that information as well as do your own research. So I'll go ahead and get started. First, I'm going to start with understanding your placement. So most of us do know our sun sign. That's the sign that we were born under. So for me, for example, I was born May 8th. So that makes me a Taurus. So when we refer to the sun sign, that is our actual birth date and what sign we were born under when we were born. Now, when you hear sun, moon, or rising, if you pull your birth chart, which I would recommend that you guys do so you truly get an understanding of who you are, you can use any free website. This is what your birth chart, let me see, hopefully that will focus. This is what your birth chart will look like. It'll have planet placements on there, and it'll also go through where what house, well, some of them will, but as you see, for this one says sun and Taurus, so this will give you a description of what the placement, what information you can expect in that placement, and the list kind of just goes on, and you will be able to find what planets aspect and highlight your first, second, third house. The list goes on. So like I said, there's plenty of free websites out there. Definitely check them out if you want to kind of understand more of who you are and where you're kind of supposed to be in life. This is a great tool. I also want to show you a great idea. I bought this book, and every time I learn something new as it comes to me, even dreams, I journal all of my dreams. But the first thing I did when I bought this book, I'm going to kind of show you this, is I pulled my birth chart, and I wrote down, hopefully this focus, all of my placements. So where my sun sign, like I said, is in Taurus, it shows me what degree and in what house. And you can write all of these things down and then go back and research how does, let's just say, for example, my Mercury affect, my Mercury is in Taurus. So how does that affect me in my third house? And that'll give you an idea of, like I said, who you are, what I guess highlighted aspects you bring to the table, especially for those of you who are trying to figure out your career path, your life path. This is a great tool to utilize as well. And then on the other side, I went even further and, like I said, did my research and actually, wrote down where my placements were in what house, and then I could understand it a little bit more. So, for example, my second house is in Aries, which is a focus on my money and material possessions. So, like I said, great tool to utilize. Make sure that you take your notes, as well as keep a journal of everything that is happening as you go through this process as well. And then to break down even more to understand your signs, you can, this kind of gives you your breakdown. Your sun is yourself, your moon is your heart, your rising is how you look, your Mercury is the way you think, Venus is how you love, Mars is how you deal with life, Jupiter is your luck, Saturn is discipline, self, and responsibilities, Uranus, how unique you are, Neptune, your imagination, Pluto, your transformation, and the list goes on. I'm not going to read it because I don't want to make this video too long, but all of this information goes hand in hand with what I was able to pull off of my birth chart and kind of understand. And then, like I said, I'm not going to show you all of my book. But like I said, I put everything in this book as they come to me, as they stick out. So, if you're, working with archangels, write it down. There's nothing wrong with that as well. I also put my synchronicities that numbers that I come across and see. Make sure that you keep a a journal of these numbers and what they mean to you and what comes to you after doing so, because now those numbers are synchronized for you specifically. It won't mean the same thing for everyone. And then if you're working with the different moon phases and understanding that a little bit more, I'm not going to go in this in detail because it's not for everyone. Make sure you're taking your notes on that. I know it's been something really popular on TikTok, and people are just now jumping into working with the moon and how to utilize the moon. But you have to do your own homework and do it. And understand it for yourself in order for it to best fit you. And like I said, if you jump into that and are interested in that, make sure you take your notes. Each sign has different elements, different things, candles, stones that you can work with. So just know that as well. But like I said, the best thing that you can do for yourself is put a journal together. I even put down the colors of the candles that I work with and the meanings behind them and how I utilize them, as well as any animals and synchronicities that I've seen. And yes, I've had bats come to me, bees will fly in my face, hawks, ravens. So I see a lot of the gosh, spirit animals come to me, but I'm okay with that. Like I'm that person that'll go outside and feed the birds and talk to the birds, and my son hugs trees. So that's just what it is. But anyways, back to that. Like I said, so that's understanding your moon placements and ideas of how to keep track of all of that, because it does become a lot. If you pull your birth chart, you'll understand, like I said, where you're at, what you're supposed to be, some of the highlighted qualities that you're displaying, and then also some of the qualities that you may not have right now per se in life, but that you might want to actually work on to better yourself. You'll also be able to pull a chart that's going to show you your north node and south node. That's getting really, really in depth. So you may not be there quite yet, but if you start looking into that, just know that your north node placement is your future self and your south node placement is your past life. So like I'm going to use myself as an example throughout the video. My sun is Taurus. My north node is in Aries, which is a fire sign. And then my south node is in Libra, which is uh, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, sorry, an air sign. So I have worked with my chart to really understand who I am and where I've been led, and understanding, my future self and some of the things that have gone on in the past as well. Um, what else? Sorry, I wrote these notes a few days ago. Um, Now, as we speak on intuition, so I know that's a very broad term, and not many people understand it, and you'll hear it a lot in tarot. And when you're following your intuition, and the best example that I can give for this is like using your innate abilities that you already possess. So, literally, when I was thinking about how can I define intuition for people to understand this, a cat crossed my path, and I literally thought, what is this cat doing? It's a random cat. It doesn't have an owner or anything, but this cat uses its innate abilities to survive, whether it's to find food, to find water, to find shelter. And this cat, whether it's cats, animals, anything in general, they use their intuition for survival, not only and using what was instilled in them. And that's basically what our intuition is. Our intuition is something that has been instilled in us, but we have to learn to grow our intuition because of the society that we live in has bogged us down with social media. I don't know, like TV shows that are pointless. I think of like reality TV shows, and you're watching all of these other things that are not really serving your highest good or your higher calling. Me personally, like I don't watch TV. My 2-year-old doesn't watch TV. If I do watch a movie, now I know that's, you think of like, well, how do you have a life? A lot of my time is spent reading and studying and learning and developing, my own calling. So, every now and then I think I want to say I might turn on the news maybe twice a week, if that. Sometimes when I go over to my sister's house, we might watch a TV show together or two, but it's not like I'm sitting in front of a TV. I'm not on my phone watching, pointless videos or people fighting or, things that are filled with drama. When I'm on my phone, I'm literally researching things that are coming to me. I'm researching synchronicities. I'm researching things such as like Atlantis and things that literally come to me, as well as listening to other videos that spark my interest but are not in a negative light. So definitely, like I said, when you're focusing on your intuition, understand that this is something that you already have. It's something that you need to develop if you haven't already, to really truly understand who you are, and you need to be able to quiet your mind in order to do so. And like I said, with quieting your mind, that comes along with that not being so consumed on social media, not watching videos that are not for your highest good, not, putting yourself in front of a TV for 15 hours and watching, a television show or series. Yes, it's okay to do that every now and then, especially if you're taking a break and you've worked a long week, but, put an hour or two aside just for yourself to do something or read something or watch something that's truly positive and that will change your life because you'll take something out of it. As for okay, let's see what else. Okay, and now ways to enhance your intuition. Okay, two things. So in order to grow your intuition, kind of like I was speaking on with, making that time and giving yourself quiet time, you have to start somewhere. I can tell you right now, if you don't have moments of silence within your life, there's no way that you are using your own intuition. I can tell you that right now. Personally, I wake up in the morning at least an hour before everybody gets up so that I can do my meditation and prayer. Then I spend my evening after I put the children to bed in meditation and prayer. And then sometimes if it's just me by myself, my whole day is spent in meditation and prayer. So not saying that you have to do all of that every single day, but you have to find some type of outlet uh, that is completely silent. Okay. So that means put your phone down, turn off the TV. Some people like doing it while they're taking their bath. Put your phone aside, run your hot water, take your bath, stay in there 30 minutes. Just give yourself time to end your day and, not only end your day, but have that time of peace and quiet. And some of the things that you will start to see as your intuition does start growing and developing. And remember, your intuition is just your gut feeling. You'll start getting the ear ringing. You'll start feeling the crown tingling, which is the top of your head. You'll also get the itchy hands. You'll get the eye twitching. And these are just reactions. I don't want to say reactions, but and they're not necessarily involuntary, but it's your body and mind aligned, if that makes sense. Yes, it's your body and mind aligned, and it's giving you signs. And like I said, they can become synchronistic because they can happen several times. For you to understand, it's no different than you walking into a party and your stomach drops because you have this feeling that I need to leave, I shouldn't be here, this is not the crowd I'm supposed to be in. That's your intuition. And like I said, we don't typically develop our intuition or understand our intuition. And some of us will stay at that party and something will unfortunately happen. And we say, oh, I should have listened to my gut, So these are just some of the things that you can experience. And like I said, the list goes on. It's a personal experience and growth. So you will understand your intuition more as it speaks to you more. And make sure, like I said, take notes if you're not understanding it, but also listen to that ear ringing. Take time. Don't just write it off as like, oh, my ear is ringing. Why? No, actually sit in silence and understand. Think of the things that are coming to you. Again, write them down so that you can keep note of them. Now, another thing that people have asked me is like, what is the basis of meditation? And meditation people do use in order to grow their intuition. Now, I know life is busy and people become, very busy and may not have that room to, really sit down and get in a yoga position and practice yoga. I completely get it. So, when I first started off, practicing my meditation methods was when my son was born, and the downtime that I had was when he would go to sleep. Now, granted, he was a preemie and he wouldn't sleep at night, so I was literally up every night from about 2 o'clock in the morning to about 5:36 a.m. in the morning, holding him. And he would fall asleep in my arms. And in that silent moment, the house is quiet. There's no TV on. I would just take time to reflect and to think and, start manifesting the things that I wanted to foresee in my life. So that's how my meditation practices started. Then I started becoming more intentional. So I knew, especially with a newborn, my quiet times were going to be when he was sleeping and I wasn't cooking dinner, or you know what I mean, playing mom, or taking care of the family or doing laundry. So I knew my downtime would be while he was sleeping. So I continued to do my meditation practices as he went to sleep. As he got older, I would do it after I, got him off to bed, meaning I wasn't rocking him in my arms anymore. And I would light my incense and I would hold my crystals. And listen, I was doing this in a recliner starting off. So like I said, you don't have to start your meditation practice off on the ground in a yoga pose, as we are, seeing in social media or on TV. That's not the case at all. Like I keep saying, you just have to quiet your mind and find that quiet time. I don't care if it's in a bathtub, if you go lock yourself in the bathroom for 15 minutes with no devices, if you go for a 15-minute walk, even cutting the grass can be a therapeutic and a relaxing moment to where your mind is shut off, because you have all that noise, and you're not saying that you want to listen to a lawnmower, but I'm just giving examples of how you can take that 15-20 minutes and start incorporating it into your day so that you're able to develop your intuition. What else did I want to touch on? Okay, so I talked about intuition. I talked about taking that time out. Also breathing. Really, we should incorporate deep breathing. And this goes across all cultures, across all aspects. People don't really understand the benefits of deep breathing. Not only does it help you to meditate and clear your mind, it also it has its health purposes as well. And it's something that you will have to practice. When I started, I would do 4 to 6 intervals. So I would literally, I wouldn't literally, but I mean, I still do it. But I will take a deep breath in through my nose, and I will hold it for 4 to 6 seconds, and then I will blow for 4 to 6 seconds. So you're in, and do it. Do what makes you feel comfortable. It can make you a little lightheaded sometimes when you're first starting off, but you have to start practicing deep breathing, and especially if you want to clear your mind. I don't care if you're angry or something's going on at work. Try deep breathing. You will be amazed at the benefits and how it reflects in your daily life as well. So, like I said, breathe in through your nose, and you can count, count to 4, count to 5, count to 6. It doesn't matter, however you want to start or however you feel comfortable. But like I said, I count to 6 seconds, just breathing in, and that's through my nose. And then I hold it for 6 seconds, and I blow out slowly through my mouth for 6 seconds as well, in order to release it. That sounds kind of funny, but either way, you get what I'm saying. And this is something that is also great to practice while you're doing your meditation. And also another thing people are asking me, when they're meditating or they're trying to close their eyes and shut the world off, they start thinking of everything. And yes, you definitely will. While your eyes are shut, you're going to think about dinner. You're going to think about work tomorrow. You're going to think about you need to fill up your gas tank. You're going to think about how much water you have for the day. Your mind is going to continuously go, 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 because it's not used to being, I don't want to say shut off, but it's not used to having that time to just sit and reflect. And like I said, as you practice it more, you will learn that once you get into your meditation zone, or however you do it, and you start shutting off your mind and give yourself that 15-20 minutes of quiet time, you will see how quickly your mind will cut off and you won't start thinking of those things. So just remember, starting off, it will be hard. As you close your eyes and try to meditate and have that silence, you are going to think of every single thing for that day and prior. But just remember, after you get to a certain point and you've run through all of these ideas and things you have to do, you can say to yourself, okay, now it's time for me to shut off my mind. And that's a part of growing that meditation as well. Meditation is not perfect. You are going to think of everything. So just remember that. But, like I said, as you grow and as you continue to practice, it will become something that you can just sit down and quiet your mind and just listen to, what your intuition is telling you, basically. And so like I said, starting off, do it, start off 10-15 minutes here and there, so that you can just really start developing a practice and schedule for you. Eventually you will get to the point where you want to meditate and have that quiet time away from the world for an hour or two. Not everybody can, wake up in the morning and do their meditation in the morning, and that's okay. Like I said, incorporate it where you can. I know for me, like I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning, but I knew I wanted to do my meditation and prayer and take notes and do readings. And so, I was in meditation mode from 5 to about 7 a.m. this morning, and then got up and, got kids ready and dropped kids off to school. But that's how I like to start my day, is in a quiet space, so that I can really focus on my day ahead and start my day off positively. So, again, practice it, try it. You'll see the benefits from it. And it is a technique to be able to start growing that intuition. I want to just make sure that I went over everything as well. We talked about the breathing. We talked about growing your intuition, practicing meditation. We talked about your moon and full moon placements as well, and understanding that. And I believe that that is all I had for today. If you have questions or want more information and understanding, if you'd like a personal reading, please reach out to me. My information is in the description box. I'm a book of knowledge. I love learning. I love teaching myself. I love researching. So, like I said, journal everything that you find as well as it comes into your life. But I don't mind sharing. So please feel free to reach out if you want more information, or just looking to, get a question answered. It doesn't have to be a reading, but something that I can help you guys with to help you along and further you along your path. Sorry the video was so long, but like I said, I wanted to get this information out here and give that to you guys as well. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys later.